My name's Ross, I'm the Client Relationship Manager for Lettings Hub. Some of you may have heard of us. We've started to work with Nock Deighton probably for the past 4 or 5 months now. So we are the annoying company that reference your tenants and give the decisions on the desirable outcome, but also we do offer abundance of insurance products with it. We always like to come and do events like this so we can get out in front of customers and our agents' customers as well in particular, to be able to kind of talk to them and educate a little bit, because as a supplier to the industry in particular at the moment, education is really, really key. And that is not just to letting agents, that is to tenants, that is to landlords, and that is to everyone at the moment. Over the past 2 years, the market has considerably changed. I always use pre and post COVID. It's like our before and after the war scenario in our generation, where we've seen such a shift in mentality of landlords, letting agents and tenants and what they can do. So we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of kind of having specialist insurance and in particular rent and legal protection. Hands up if who's got insurance to be able to protect them if a tenant breached their tenancy agreement. Cool. So a few hands gone up in the room. So, and I get that. It is such a different subject currently than what it was in the past and it is now. Everyone looks at past experience, and kind of what we'll go through today is we've not been in a market like this before, maybe a little bit during COVID, which we will see. So we'll briefly run through why is it so important, rent and legal protection, landlord's rent and legal protection, kind of the benefits of a product and the policy that Nock Deighton can offer to yourselves as well. How easy it is to kind of make a claim and go through the different processes as well, and the support behind it, because I think that's what some people are a little bit scared of sometimes, is what support is offered to me on an insurance policy. Landlords, building and contents as well, so specialist property insurance and the education piece that we are currently doing there as well. You will be amazed how many tenants we speak to about tenants' home insurance. Don't worry about it, my landlord will have it covered. The assumption is that all landlord has building and contents insurance in the market from tenants. So that's why it is really good to be able to kind of have these conversations with what we do. I'm going to cut down the Q&A a little bit and I'll be around anyway for the rest of the evening. So if you do have any questions or anything like that, please give me a shout. But kind of why is it important at the moment? So one of the big things we're noticing as a referencing company in particular is the increased attempts of fraud of tenant at the moment. So as the market said, there's 10 plus inquiries coming for viewings for sales. That's 100 plus for rental viewings at the moment. There is such a short demand of property out there at the moment. Then more people are applying for properties and trying to paint themselves in a really desirable position when they come to it. So they won't declare CCJs, for example. But when you use us as a referencing company, we do the credit checks, we will find that out. So that's why it's kind of really key at the moment. We used to probably get, on average, 5 fraudulent references attempted if we go back 5 years. We're currently at 50 a week, from 5 a week, because of the mentality and the shift in the marketplace, and people are getting desperate to be able to present themselves in such a positive manner. So another reason for kind of rent and legal protection and being important as well at the moment is the average earning. So this is facts and figures kind of from January 2024 where we pulled the information from. We update it every single quarter. So the average earning increase has fallen beneath the average rent for the first time since COVID. So as you can see kind of in the graph, the dip around August 2020, and then now this is the first time that crossover period's kind of changed. That's going back in more of a positive direction with all the stats and statistics we're seeing in the market. People aren't having to make as much difficult decisions. Do I pay my rent? Do I pay my energy bills? Part of that is we obviously saw the energy price cap rise by 5% in January, but then in April, again, that was capped. So it's giving people that little bit more protection on their income, but it's still not going to cross that line again. So people are still going to have to make that decision on, do I pay my rent? What do I do? And we know out there at the moment, the advice that is being given to tenants from charities, you will hear it in the news, you'll hear it in the media. It's the first time today I got to meet every radio station I was on, they were talking about the rental reform as well. And more people are getting interested in the rental market and how to be able to talk about things. And that's tenants, landlords and letting agents